Hello and welcome to a socially distanced production of School Talk here at the WJHI studios. Today I'm joined by Mr. Loeffner, the Superintendent of GCS Schools. How are you doing today, sir?
Great, thanks for having me.
So let's start with the announcement on the two new elementary schools. Can you tell us about Pike Elementary and Charlestown Elementary and the timeline for the building of those projects?
Yes, we went through the process of getting feedback from students, staff, community on naming both those elementaries. Pike Elementary, that'll be on the Wilson property, and then Charlestown Elementary that'll be on JJ's property up in Charlestown. Right now we're in the process of getting final bids. We hope that construction will start at the end of April, 1st of May on the Charlestown Elementary, and then about 2 or 3 months after that, construction will start on the new elementary at the Wilson property or here in Jeffersonville. So we're looking, into August, 1st of September when they'd start moving dirt here in Jeffersonville on the new elementary. So it's been a time-consuming process, but we're finally coming to an end to it where we're going to have final bids. Core Construction is the company that will build it. They're our CMC contractor, and we'll get moving on things here in the next few months.
And when it's all said and done, what new amenities are the schools going to have that the old elementary schools maybe didn't?
Well, space, number one.
Yeah.
I mean, both of them are going to be bigger elementaries that'll hold more students. We'll have extra classrooms in those elementaries for growth in the future. Both elementaries will have pre-K spaces specific for pre-K classrooms. The media centers will be much larger. The hallways will be larger and expanded and not as narrow. Classroom size will be better because they'll be rectangle classrooms instead of the pod-shaped type classrooms. So just overall, the gym will be very, very nice. Cafeterias will be able to hold the adequate number of students it needs to hold to get students through lunch pretty quickly. Both of them will just be excellent, great facilities that we add to Greater Clark. And the other thing that's going to happen is these two new elementaries will replace 4 of our oldest elementary schools in the district that require a lot of maintenance. They cost a lot of money to maintain and keep up to date and in repairs. So it'll help us there on that side of the things too with the budget.
And the last time you were here, we were discussing the process and procedures of the new JHS Natatorium. What is the latest on that?
Yes, we had hearings last December for the Natatorium project and also the Parkwood Elementary project in Clarksville. Those hearings went through without anyone opposing those projects. So the board has now approved those projects. We're moving forward with both those projects. The Natatorium here at Jeffersonville High School, we will select a contractor for that project on March 14th. Shortly after that, we'll get started on the final design. We already have a design. Basically, we mimic that project, the Natatorium project here at Jeff High, after the Natatorium that's at Center Grove High School. And basically we're going to use the same blueprint as that high school at Center Grove, or as that Natatorium at Center Grove. So we're hopeful that we pick a contractor on March 14th. We get final designs done by midsummer, and if all things work out, hopefully by mid to late fall, we start moving dirt, on that project.
And what are some of your long-term goals with the Natatorium? Are you going to host like state tournaments or other opportunities in the community? Oh,
absolutely. I mean, it'll be a great community resource, not only for the swimmers at Jeff High, but for adults to come in and swim laps to stay in shape, for our youth swimmers in the area, the PACE group, that will use it. This facility will be able to host sectionals, regionals, semi-states. It'll be able to host USA swimming events. It's going to be a spectacular facility that really will create a hub of activity here on the Jeff High campus, and also bring a lot of people to this community from other places. And it'll just be a fantastic facility, not only for our students but for the community. And we're hopeful that it gets used at a very high level, because that's what we want.
We are here for School Talk with the WJHI studios with our GCS Superintendent Mark Loeffner, talking about construction development and updates on GCS schools. Our next topic is on classroom additions. Tell us about what you're adding to Riverside, Utica, and North Haven.
Yeah, we have current projects that are going on where we're adding 7 classrooms to Utica Elementary. We're adding 6 classrooms to Riverside Elementary, and then 4 classrooms and a gym to North Haven Elementary. So it'll bring on 17 new classrooms in the district, which will be available at the start of next school year. Some of those rooms will be pre-K spaces, so we're going to be able to open up more pre-K seats for the community. The others will be for potential growth in the future. Utica, obviously, there's a lot of homes being built out that way. There's apartments being built, and so we will need the space in the future, and that's what we're doing with these projects. North Haven is sort of unique because the reason we're building a new gym at North Haven is because we're renovating the old gym into 4 classrooms, and then we're also renovating and expanding the kitchen and the cafeteria at North Haven. And so in order to renovate the old gym into classrooms, we had to build a new gym onto the back. And all that, the work at Riverside and the work at Utica is already begun. Utica will be finished with those classrooms probably in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Riverside classrooms will probably be finished within the next 2 months. North Haven will begin construction within the next month and be done probably by September, we hope, in terms of the gym. The classrooms will be done by the start of the school year. But we have a lot of positive, neat things going on in the district that will allow us to grow as a district, not only K-12 but also pre-K.
And lastly, for today's school talk, you mentioned before that there were some paving projects in the Greater Clark Corporation. Can you talk about those?
Yeah, absolutely. That's been a process for us. I think I need to remind people that there was really no paving done in Greater Clark for almost 20 years in terms of parking lots, driveways, and things of that nature. So we're trying to incrementally take care of that over a 5-year period. So this past summer, we did about $1 million worth of paving. Some of it was here at Jeff High, and some of it was at other schools. North Haven got a lot of paving done. River Valley was repaved. This coming summer, we're going to do another $1 million worth of paving at various sites. And then the following summer after that, we'll do more paving. So over the next 2 or 3 years, our hope is that every parking lot, every driveway throughout the district at all of our schools will be repaved and in good shape. Because we know there are problems at several of our schools with potholes and paving that needs to be taken care of, but we need to do it in an incremental way so that we can control the costs and then get it all done.
Well, are there any final messages you'd like to give the students and staff as we get to the midpoint of quarter 3?
No, just keep working hard. I know, some people say these are the dog days of the school year. When you get into January and February and early March, it's a long period of time where there's no breaks, and people get tired, teachers get tired, students get tired, and everybody just needs to hang in there and keep working hard to get good grades, earn their credits, and behave appropriately in school.
Well, thank you for watching today, and thank you for joining us, Mr. Loeffner. You can watch the replay of School Talk on a multitude of platforms at WJHI throughout the week on cable 184, on the radio at 98.5, FM, or at WJHI.com. Online, our social media channels at Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. For Mark Loeffner, I'm Kirsten Elder, and saying so long and next time with another edition of School Talk. This is 98.5 WJHI LP, Jeffersonville, home of the Red Devil Network.